Hello everyone, thanks for dropping by. As you all know, that's Bob Chapek, the head guy at Disney, and as you all know, he's had his contract renewed for another 3 years and he's got the full backing of the Disney board. I didn't know about that till Doomcock told me on his channel. Doomcock also reports that Bob is going to possibly de-wokeify Disney, as he's already got rid of a head woker, i.e. that guy called Rice, who was given the boot in about 7 minutes as a call to his office. But Bob here hasn't got the balls to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy, and I think he's going to have problems with her because Disney, as you know, is in serious trouble both financially and attendance-wise, and it's going to be a tough year for him. So looking around, I found a few things which are of interest, namely this. It's, as you can see, a site called Deadline. This was written on the 28th of June, or about a week ago. It says, after contract renewal, Disney CEO Bob Chapek looks to prove wishes can come true with him helming the ship. Well, the Disney ship is heading for rocks and a sandbar beyond that, so if he avoids the rock, he could end up on a sandbar. It's mostly a repeat of a lot of other similar articles on the web, but there's one or two things which stood out to me, and I thought it would be interesting to comment on them. It says, Chapek got a 3-year contract renewal from the Disney Board of Directors. The announcement was widely expected renewal, capped a 2-day meeting on the board. And then it says its development construction overseen by Chapek during his stint running the company's theme parks and resorts division. The Wish, which is a new ship, is the first cruise ship to join the fleet in the past decade. Now, Disney was formed in 1923, founded by Walt. Next year is naturally the centenary, so Chapek wants to be at the head, and the guy that he bumped off, literally, throughout the company, Rice, there was rumours that Rice has been lined up to replace Chapek, so Chapek simply used his position as CEO to get rid of him and remove the competition. That's how I see it. Now, the board convened behind closed doors, but had a full slate of topics to cover from the C-suite. If those of you don't know, C-suite is business terminology for chief financial officer, chief of publicity, chief of public relations, chief of social media. Anything that's the chief, you're in the C-suite. That's the highest set of positions in a company. From the C-suite to politics to streaming. And it said, as the board has the publicity to put its support behind him, it means something is wrong, said Wall Streeter, referring to Arnold's public statement. And it goes down. Chapek's elevated to the job, a surprise to Hollywood and Wall Street, because Chapek is essentially a park guy, not really his forte for running streaming or or production companies in a movie studio. And then it goes down about the Scarlett Johansson episode, blah blah blah. Disney passed on the casting rights to cricket, which isn't very popular in America, but is extremely popular in India, thanks to the Empire. And then it's about the Disney subscription. They want to hit the target of 230 million to 260 million. Best of luck with that. And this bit I found interesting. Lightyear, as you know, proved a, quote, disappointment. On the bright side, Shanghai Disneyland is about to reopen. Well, the Shanghai Disneyland might reopen with good crowds, but that's probably, in my opinion, just the novelty value, whereas the people going through the turnstiles in Disneyland in America are getting pretty low because, as you know, the American economy is getting quite shitty, and the Americans don't have the money to waste going to Disneyland when there's rent to be paid and food to be put on the table. And it results in the stock price going down. And this is the end of the article. I haven't heard any rumblings about running activity campaign against him. But this bit is interesting. If Chapek incurred displeasure of the board with his de-wokeifying and attempts to start getting the company to earn money, the board could boot him out before his term is over. And then we get the comments. That is Deadline. One of the problems for Chapek is Star Wars, which is predominantly one of the, I wouldn't exactly say holes in the Disney ship, but it's got a leak there, and the leak is caused by Kathleen Kennedy. As you can see, Rotten Tomatoes audience score is significantly lower than the critical score for Obi-Wan. Now, this was written June the 7th, which is about a month ago, and it's just about the toxic fandom and the Rotten Tomatoes and how bloody awful the series is. I've not watched it myself. Disney Plus isn't getting a penny from me until Kathleen Kennedy and her ilk are gone, so it doesn't really affect me. And it goes on about the McGregor's little speech on TikTok, and the fan division's constant struggle with Disney brought Lucasfilm is also an issue where Lucas released the prequel trilogy. Star Wars has been a divisive and yet lucrative and successful property. If they'd have done it right, Star Wars could have been just a printing press for money. But no, Kathleen Kennedy had to stick her woke agenda into it, and that's why it's been losing money ever since she took over. While the sequel trilogy brought out the racist, sexist trolls, no it didn't. We certainly made things ugly, especially with the target of their toxicity. And then it goes on. Did Star Wars just answer why Obi-Wan looks so old in A New Hope? Well, let's have a look at some of these toxicity comments. I found this on the Internet User Database about Obi-Wan, and 3 stars, acting, can't say bad writing. Star Wars Disney seems to have the same problem again and again. Bad writing, with the exception of John and Dave's work. New Star Wars is getting worse with their writing. It doesn't matter how well the actors do their roles, because an actor can only work with what's given in front of him. They're poorly written. That's the main thing. Bad storytelling with poor writing. Anything Disney touches falls apart. Colossal letdown. How much worse can it get? Apparently a lot worse. 10 out of 10 for Ewan. The plot is weak. The actors are weak. The direction is weak. The actors are weak. The words are weak. What's the point of it? Should have been a little 2-hour film with no fat attached to it. Could have been brilliant. The writing and direction is so bad. And on and on and on. I'll naturally put all these links below. But Bob has got his work cut out. If Bob wants to start having Disney earn money and turn their work around, he's got to fix Star Wars, get rid of Kathleen Kennedy because she's just cancer to the company and especially to Star Wars, and he's got to purge all these woke wacko weirdos out the company from the top to the bottom, complete purge of the company. Otherwise, Bob there is not going to last his next 3 years as chairman of CEO of Disney. That, I think we're past the 10-minute mark now, so that's my little rant about this. If I find any more information, because this is proving more entertaining than anything Disney has come out with it, I might do another one, but I'll probably go back to MGTOW next week. Right, people, you know the routine. Like, dislike, comment, subscribe. It's completely up to you. So, until next Monday, that's it for this one. Bye-bye.